Flack math! Give me some math and I'll give you some flack. Flack math!
Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
61 and 62 we're going to do today. Don't forget, test is due tonight. So, it's not due till tonight. So if you have questions today, then do it.
Mr. Flack?
You guys who haven't turned in the last test, you have until tonight. Okay? Otherwise, it's a 0. You can't get a 0 on a test. That is terrible. Do you understand? Whoever is missing their test still, turn it in.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Flack?
Yes.
Why are we doing props lesson 6 again?
Lesson 61. And by the way, turn in the second page of your test.
It says lesson.
What?
Xavier, where's the funny?
What?
I can't find it. Where's the funny?
Guys, when you guys erase the board, just don't take forever.
Hey, Ben, you want to erase the board at the end?
Oh, come on, I want help.
Can I help?
Can I help?
No,
I promise I will
Mr.
help
Flack,
you.
Austin
Can
can
I
help
please
this
erase the
time.
board once you're done?
I think
Can I have
Yes.
the Thank you.
It's like calling shotgun.
Yeah,
Austin,
Austin,
Me and Austin
since
have
you're
ours.
helping, can I help you?
Nope.
Yes.
Guys, we've got this much to do. Not much at all. So let's get through it. We'll do some Flack attack options.
Yeah!
Wait, don't you mean free problem set options? Free.
Well, the more Flack attack coupons you get, the more closer you get to free problem sets. All right. So we're gonna talk about, guys, my turn to talk. So we're gonna talk about two-step equations. For up until now, we've been doing one-step equations. So here's one-step equation. 3x equals 18. How do you solve for x?
6. Division thingy.
Yeah, you're just getting rid of one thing, right?
Really 6.
Divided by 3, divided by 3, x equals 6. Okay, this is how I want you to do equations now. Now, it's easy with an easy equation like this, but if you get into this habit, you can almost do it mindlessly. It's so easy. All right?
Mr. Flack, that's actually a 15.
Right, so you're still thinking of like trying to figure out what x is. In algebra, don't try to figure out what x is, just get x by itself, and then that will tell you what x is, okay? But, I mean, it's the same thing, just different wording, yes.
That's actually a 15-step problem because the 3 is one step. The x is another step. The equal is 2 more steps.
All right.
Yeah,
And the 18 is 2 more steps.
Yeah, where's the funny?
Did you locate it?
No.
okay, so this is another equation, but instead of just getting rid of the 3, you have to get rid of this guy too, right? So how do we do this one?
The answer is, I don't know.
Not pretty.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a half or
So your goal, don't try to figure out what x is.
You get to
Oh, I know. You divide 5 and 3.
What?
Because, right, you minus 2.
You do. You don't. Minus isn't a verb, but so you have to get rid of 2 things. This is why they call it a two-step equation, because in order to get x by itself, you have to get rid of 2 things. So think of it like this: you're a sniper,
Yeah.
and you have to take out the guards that are guarding x. You have to get x by itself. So which one looks like the easier target right now?
2.
The 2. How do you get rid of 2? Well,
You shoot him in the head.
Just
do
shoot
the
it.
opposite. All right. Well, the shooting in the head is the opposite of his superpower. This guy is adding. So to get rid of something that's being added, his kryptonite is subtract. Whatever you do to one side, do it to the other. Hide the body. Okay. So it's like nothing ever happened. So now we've got, what are we left with on this side? We've got 3x. We got 5. Now what do we do?
5 divided by 3.
That's it. So now it's not 5 divided by 3. It's divide both sides by 3. And then x equals 5 divided by 3.
Oh, it's actually.
But, so I know you're still trying to do the math, okay? Now, technically, we're doing math, but your goal, you need to start thinking like this. You need to start thinking algebraically, because your goal, if you try to do the math is going to get more and more complicated.
The math will do you.
Yes. So if you solve this by just getting rid of stuff, then it's going to be a lot easier for you. Don't try to figure out what x is. Just get rid of everything except x, and then what you're left with is x by itself, and on the other side is what it equals. Because it literally says x equals that. Okay, let's try another one. Another two-step equation. You ready?
Yep.
If you get this right, you get a Flack attack. Here's example 2.
Oh, I can't get it right.
What about
2/3
free problems?
X
What about
minus 1/2 equals 10/3.
Don't have to do that.
Some of you tried to cash in a free problem set, by the way, and you don't have any. So might want to look at that.
Is that me?
Maybe. I think so, yeah.
A lot sauce.
But you can get points right now.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, we're supposed to do it. Done.
No.
No, you're not.
No.
I am.
No.
No.
You're not.
Stop lying to yourself.
Mr. Flack, do you want to come check my work?
Yes, I do.
I think Nathan takes the dub on this one.
Takes what?
The dub.
W win.
Takes a dump.
Oh.
Figure it out. What's going on?
Look, I did that right. Back.
So that's an x. You need an x there. So why did you? Yeah. So you're getting rid of two things. No. Wait. No.
Mr. Flack, is this right?
No. Stop.
Mr. Flack.
Nope.
No!
Nope.
Dang it.
Nobody's got it.
I want to start over. Ow.
So I'm gonna stop the cap.
Mr. Flack,
Yep.
is this right? I got Bob.
Wait, Austin, let me see if you got my answer.
I got Bob.
You get that?
I got Bob.
That's right.
Oh, shut up.
Subtract.
Where?
You know that's not 11/5, right? What do you do? Add fractions. Common denominator.
Oh.
When you multiply, you don't need one, okay? So you got to remember that. Every time you don't remember that, like, pinch yourself.
This way?
No,
No!
starting to lose hope.
I haven't done anything else. I don't know what to do.
I'm losing hope that anyone's gonna get it.
Oh, I know what I did. Mr. Flack, stop. I will get it. Stop.
Stop the cat.
Stop the cap.
Oh, guys.
Stop the cat.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Stop the
Mr.
cap.
Flack.
Stop the cat, Boston.
One lesson. Shut up. Period.
So
Stop
that's
the cat, Boston.
Stop the cap, Boston.
Yo, guys, let's relax. All right? Continue
I
to.
did it again. I got the exact
That's
same
right. Good
number as
job.
last
So
time.
now to get
Hey,
rid of
Emerson.
2/3,
Stop the
you
cat.
have to
Yeah, I don't know how to do
divide
this. I
by
give up.
2/3.
Wait.
Mr. Flack,
It's
how do you do it?
So then that was-
No, stop.
So
I
divide this
can't-
by
I don't know how to
2/3
do
too,
it.
which is that.
I'm,
Divide by
I literally
2/3.
just got it.
Yeah, I literally don't know.
How do you divide by 2/3?
I almost have it, Mr. Flack. Just focus us.
Got it.
No, you're not right.
Oh, no! No!
Close, but no.
Mr. Flack, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, can you show me how to?
Well, it looks just like the problem
Yeah, but
before it.
I don't understand. how you
But-
get that.
Wait, is it like a fraction? Is the answer a fraction over a fraction?
Oh, it's just a fraction.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, but yeah, I mean, you end up dividing by a fraction, Austin. But you can,
Yeah.
you know how to divide, a fraction over a fraction is just dividing fractions.
Oh, I have it literally. Which is actually multiplying fraction.
Right. Copy that flat.
I give up. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Yes, finally.
Oh,
Sus.
Okay, all right, 30 more seconds.
That took me an hour, bro.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, so what did we do here? What was the first thing we got rid of?
the 2.
Okay, so what's the easier target over here? What do we have to get rid of?
The 1 second. Or
The one half. That's what,
1/2.
that's what up before too. Okay, how do you get rid of minus 1/2?
You divide.
No, you don't divide.
Add.
You add 1/2.
Oh.
Which makes it a whole.
Well, no, it cancels. That was why you added it, so it would cancel.
Oh, my bad. I
But-
subtracted.
So how do you add these fractions? What do you need?
A common denominator.
Common denominator. It's a 6.
Called it.
So that's 26
Oh, so it's
plus 3/6,
Oh,
right?
Oh, I did it reverse.
I did it
So
wrong.
dumb.
So we get
Oh, I
I
23
did
6.
subtraction instead of.
I did 17.
Okay, so far so good? Hey, now what?
You take out the 2/3
How do you take out the 2/3?
by shooting it.
With what bullet?
The 75 caliber.
What superpower will kill him?
Headshot.
No.
Division.
Yourself.
Division, because it's multiplying right now, right?
It's an actual thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you divide? We divide both sides by 2/3, right? So here's your fraction over a fraction, Austin. Now what do you
Yeah,
do?
that's what I did wrong. I subtracted instead of added.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
So I got 17.6.
I was 2
I
numbers
had
off.
9/6.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Okay, so we got 23/6 divided by, how do you divide 23/6 by 2/3?
You don't.
3/2.
You don't.
Okay, so far so good?
No.
Now, I can cross reduce here, right?
2 and 3.
1 and 2,
I'll put the number there.
answer 23/4.
That's what I got.
So close.
Is that what you got?
That's what I got.
Imagine.
That's what I got.
You could just
That's
put
what
the
I
number there.
That's what I got.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
definitely what I got.
Yeah, we all got this one.
I
Yeah,
didn't,
so-
we
I
all
didn't get it.
deserve
Nathan?
3 points.
Yeah,
2 points.
that.
Michaela, 1 point.
Wait, Mr. Flack, how many points do I have?
You have 3, so you need 2 more for a free problem set.
How many do I
Can I
have?
have that back?
Okay, so
Oh,
Nathan, 2
yeah.
points, and now you have 112.
That.
That was close.
Michaela, you have 102.
How many do I have?
All right, I'm gonna do another one. So this guy's worth 2 points.
Let's go.
Whoever gets it first.
What
gets
if I win it? How
3
much do I
points.
get if I win it?
Did you hear that, Ben?
Yeah.
This is worth 2 points. I'm doing this for you because I want you to get a free problem set.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you get it at all, you get 2 points. If you get it first, you get, let's say, 4 points.
Okay. I'm gonna be stacked today.
No.
Stop the cat.
Stop. Yeah.
Stop that.
Stop the stack kill. Among us.
Mr. Flack, if Nathan gets this, can we erase the board?
No, Michaela's erasing the board. You can
What?
erase the board.
What
on
is
first.
this?
Okay, let's do it erase too fast.
Gosh, she's not gonna go slow.
She erased
Mr.
the
Flack, can
board
we
too
please
fast.
just have some fun?
No.
You
We're
guys
in
are
math
having fun
class.
in
We
the
don't do
first class.
class.
Math class.
We don't do fun.
That's thinking math class.
I couldn't.
Because we're in math.
Okay, guys, 2 points. This is a 2-pointer. It's a nice little fraction that you end up with.
All right, that's a helpful
Stop
hint.
the
Mr. Flack.
1/2.
No, be quiet.
No guessing.
I'm not guessing.
You're guessing. It's 2/3. Just 3/4. What's wrong? Saucy.
Oh.
The number?
Almost.
Just back.
No,
Well,
no. You do not
Yeah.
have it. Be quiet.
Quiet, my child.
What?
Dad?
What is your
Here,
answer?
my dad.
Okay, I'll let you know in a second.
More, my bad.
Don't share it with anybody.
One plus one equals two, which is 4.
Got it.
Okay, hold on to that.
Wait.
I mean, you personally,
I don't
I
have
got
it.
6 minus 7 is 14 plus 4. Equals
I used
17.
23 tenths.
Yeah.
Already put it up there.
But no, I got
No, this is
I-
not
I
a
got
nice
9
little
plus
fraction.
9
This is not a nice little fraction.
Divide
Okay,
that
there's
by
something went
nice
wrong.
little fraction.
Oh!
One number over one number, so try
What's
to
my answer?
Emerson, that's some real good calculating.
Go
you got
slow.
over
You don't have to
chair.
worry about getting it first anymore. Just
I'm
get it
assuming
done.
this isn't right.
I'm so concerned.
Just,
That's not right.
just no.
Ow.
Just
Alright, let me
no.
go full try hard mode. Hold up.
Go try hard mode.
Among Us trip.
I got it before Austin, by the way.
Do you not know
Yeah,
how to do these?
definitely.
Nah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything.
Odd time this one was scary.
Xavier.
Don't be afraid.
No. That was inspirational.
Suck it up.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Yo, what's X? Just put the number in there.
Mr. Flack, I think we got it.
Okay, let me check here.
Henry, listen. That's what Simon said.
So if I can't,
Simon said, let's put your
if
hand.
you're really good at these problems, I can't. You just do them.
Me?
Hands down.
Simon says, put your elbows.
Um, So you're adding, how much you
Simon
adding?
says keep them there and don't
Put the one there.
No, I didn't.
So what is that? I would just change that to an improper
You
fraction.
move
Make
it.
it easier.
And redo it.
Yeah.
Do it to me.
Those are big
Wait,
numbers.
let me try again.
Simon says, yeah.
So let's see. Why did you add 6/5 but 7/3?
Simon says, put your
You have to add
put
the
your
same
paper on
thing
the
as those.
I got it, Mr. Flack.
So one step at a time.
Xavier,
So
I'll
just
do
get rid
Oh.
of the 6/5 first, and then deal with the 7/3 later.
I got it right.
I'll do it again.
It's 13 fifths, guys.
Oh, come on, come on.
It's 13
What do you
fifths.
got?
All right, Ben. You got this, dude. I really want you to have a free problem set.
Come on, Ben.
Well, then why don't you just give him one?
Well, if we did that, then you guys would be
Mr. Flack
Rolling
will
in
get
the dough.
detention if you did that.
pathetic the rest of your life. People just handing you stuff.
Xavier, I'll play again.
Here's some other hoodies. Put your notebook.
Yeah. Oh my
You're out.
hoodie. You know
Jesus,
the
Simon
one.
says.
Okay, you're free.
Simon says,
I go, everywhere I go.
Was there gonna be another question?
Simon says, put your mask on.
There should be one more. That's like insanely hard.
Probably.
Whoever gets it gets 66 points.
Okay.
Simon says,
Whoever
close
gets
out.
it gets W minus 20.
Xavier,
Is that
that's
Simon
right?
says, flip your paper over.
Where's your answer?
I haven't done it
Read
yet.
me the
but
answer.
I don't think that equates.
Bob.
You're out. I didn't say Simon says.
Xavier, let's go.
Just saying.
Okay, finish.
Keep going with that.
Both of you. Simon
Good work.
says, put your paper on the papers on the floor.
Emerson's almost there.
Answers up.
write something.
Answer's right. Simon says, put your answer up.
What answer?
All right, Emerson, did you finish it?
Nah, not yet.
All right. So let's do this. Ben, what'd you get?
Show me the answer.
I'm still working.
Come on, Ben.
Ben, the answer is
It's
not.
5/3.
It's legitimate.
Is everyone okay with me? I just added 6/5, which is, this is 6/5, right? So keep going, Ben, you'll get it.
That's if I did it
Oh,
wrong.
yeah, cause you, what?
Let me know when you get an answer.
How is it 6/5? 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6.
Austin.
Get wrecked. 5 times, you're multiplying
Copycat.
itself.
I'll go for you. I got it second, okay then. Garbage and
I
most
got third.
garbage.
Did you get that far?
That's not one.
No.
You did.
Yeah, he hasn't done the writing yet.
How did you get 6/5?
Well, that's what 1 1/5 is.
Oh, that's a 1. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I thought that was like a barrier. What the heck?
A berry?
A barrier, like it
Oh.
divides
Yeah,
the.
yeah, I thought that.
An absolute value thing?
I know I
Put your
tried.
right thumb on the bottom. You got it. I could have done this. Hold the
What'd you get, Ben?
left hand.
1 and 1/2.
That's it? Good job.
Use your
Okay,
left
guys.
hand at the top of the page.
Look, everyone get this far?
Yeah.
Because all we did was add, we got rid of one step. Don't even think about that yet, okay? Just get rid of this guy first. He's dead, right? So you can't just get rid of stuff without doing the same thing to the other side. So add 6/5 to both sides, you get 35/10, right? Because you need a common denominator. All right, so now what do we do? Xavier, now what do we do?
Divide. 3/3, 7/3.
Okay. So how do we divide fractions?
You don't.
You don't.
Cover it up, flop down.
All right, so we're gonna flop the 7/3 to 3/7. Okay, now here's what cancels. You got this obvious cancellation, which is 1 and 5, but look, you got this vertical thing here happening.
I thought you weren't able to like cancel like that.
Can you cancel 3 and the 10?
Yeah, I didn't think
You
were
can't
able to
cancel the 3 and the 10, but you can cancel the 5 and 10.
I didn't think you were able to like cancel like fractions like that.
When you multiply fractions, you can.
Supposed to.
So when you multiply fractions, you
What
can.
else are we supposed to?
But when you add, you don't want to cancel when you add, no. But when you multiply fractions, you can cancel. Okay, and this can cancel 1 and 2. So then you just end up with 3 halves. If you want to just multiply it across, you get 105/70. And then you have to reduce that. There's a lot that goes into 105 and 70. Actually, 35 goes into both of those, 3 times and 2 times.
No, it's really not.
So you could do it that way if you wanted to. Okay?
It's 1.
All right, next.
I got it.
Next, that's it for this lesson. So what we're going to do now is we're going to
Hey, Ben.
lesson 23 and lesson 62.
What's in the other?
I'm gonna check when I get home. Yeah, I haven't played yet.
Yeah.
I tried to watch like the Reeves live this morning, but I was too late. And
Laser beam.
Kevin the Q is
that many seasons in.
Chapter 9, season 48.
Bro, I hate to say it, but fractions are the best thing in math.
They kind of are.
They're easy.
They suck.
They're the worst thing in
No,
math.
they're really
Because you
not.
couldn't get the answer.
Like, I don't
No,
know.
bro.
You couldn't get the
I-
answer.
Whole numbers.
They're better than
Oh,
geometry.
yeah, I guess
Geometry.
That's true, that's true.
So
easy to
No,
add,
no, no,
subtract,
no,
and divide.
Whole numbers.
What?
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers?
Half numbers.
I just don't like adding fractions.
Yeah, yeah, adding fractions are kind of take the fun out of it a little bit, but multiplying and dividing,
Oh, yeah, best part.
that's easy. Okay?
D-X.
Because you don't have to worry about common denominators and stuff when you
And
multiply and divide.
equaling fractions.
And cross,
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do for lesson 62. I'm gonna read this to you
No.
and you're gonna solve it, okay, for Flack attack points.
Oh, bad.
Yes, sir.
All right, ready?
Wait, I need my.
Now you have to listen. You have to listen and translate first, okay? You have to listen and translate it. You don't have to copy the problem down on your paper. You just have to translate what I'm saying. Hey, let's pretend like you're not in 6th grade,
Okay.
okay? So let's translate first and then solve it. Ready? Here I go. Example number 1 on page 198. Okay, so this is
Of the solutions manual.
example 1. This is page 198, so you can look at this later.
That's
Okay.
the actual book. That's the solution.
Here we go.
He has the solutions.
5/8 of the gnomes, GNOMES, who lived in the magic forest had happy faces. If 840 gnomes had happy faces, how many gnomes lived in the magical forest?
Bruh.
So translate and solve. I'm going to read it again.
Good.
Okay? 5/8 of the gnomes who lived in that magical forest had happy faces. If
Wait,
Eight.
how many had happy faces?
If 840 gnomes had happy faces, then how many gnomes lived in the magical forest?
Yeah, I forget how to do that. I
Okay.
translated it, but I don't know how to do it.
All right, well,
841.
try to do it. So I'm going to read it one more time so you can translate it.
I already did.
And then each sentence you can, I can fill that in for that and then I can solve it, right? So you can't solve something with more than one variable. So if I were to translate this, 5/8 of the gnomes who lived in the magical forest had happy faces. So 5/8, how do you say of? And gnomes, so that's my G, right? That's a variable. Had is my verb, so equals happy faces. Well, I can't solve that, right? Because I don't know what G or H is. If I figured out what G was or what H was, then I could solve this. The next sentence says 840 gnomes had happy faces.
Yep.
So where does that go?
On the H.
That's right. So 840 gnomes had happy faces. Now I can solve for G.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Right. Yeah, you're right. 840 had
I have an
happy
answer.
faces.
No, you don't.
G equals 105.
I need a calculator.
Wrong.
Bruh.
No.
It needs to be more.
It's got to be more than 840 because only.
Oh, wait, no.
There's
Wrong
no
calculator.
I calculated.
Wait.
Then get your own.
Austin, can I use your calculator?
Yo, dap me up.
Give me your calculator. Give me.
Hey.
It's 140.
Done. Wait, read the question. Wait, is it how many total?
Calculator now.
Yeah.
How many? The question asked, how many lived in the forest?
All right, I got it.
What'd you get?
1,344.
No.
Okay. What else? Anybody else get an answer?
I'm working. Don't do
I'm
anything.
working.
Yeah, I'm working. Yo, bro, how did you get it?
All right, ready?
I just did my math. I didn't even look at what he put up.
I got something different. I got 1,050.
Okay. Anyone else?
It's not a fraction.
Hold up.
It's not a fraction. It's a nice number.
How much more time do we have?
Are going numbers.
30 seconds.
Whoa, that's a.
How is it not a fraction?
Okay.
It's not a fraction because you're listing how many numbers.
Oh.
Stupid. You're stupid.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
Both of you are stupid. So I was telling Austin, I'm calling you stupid. And then you thought I was calling you stupid. So you stupid too.
Okay. A few more seconds.
Is it 21?
I apologize
No.
your feelings. And I don't.
All right. I'm going in. Here we go. So basically,
Yeah, I got it.
yep, you were solving for G because H is now 840. So this is our
Wait.
I mean,
This
it's
is our
like, tell me if
equation.
I got it right.
Wait, Mr. Flack.
Mr. Flack,
this is
Don't
a
do anything.
one-step equation.
Mr. Flack,
Yeah.
you said G when you meant H.
No,
Three
I
problems.
meant H.
Wait, is it
He
504?
didn't say G.
Yes, he did.
Who didn't?
Guys, back me up here.
No, but here's what you did. That's how many didn't have happy faces. Okay, let me explain what you did. So how do you solve for G? So this is my equation. This is a one-step equation. We just have to get rid of 5/8. How do you get rid of 5/8?
Divide by 5/8.
Divide by 5/8.
I don't even remember what the question was, so that could
You
be-
don't have to. That's the beauty of algebra, is as soon as you translate it, you forget about the dumb little gnomes in the happy forest. Okay? Or it's not happy forest, happy faces or whatever. So G equals 840 divided by 5/8. So 840 over 1 dot flop. See what we did?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, we can do this. Let's see, 5 goes into there. 1, 6, 8 times.
How did you do that?
I divided by 5.
Yeah,
In
but
my
that was
head.
very fast.
I did mine so much.
I'm wicked smart, dude. And then when you multiply this out, you get 1,300, what is it? 44.
Let's go.
So now what you did
I subtracted.
is you basically, you subtracted and then you found out how many didn't have happy faces. But it doesn't ask, it asks for the total number of gnomes in the forest.
In fact, that's what I got.
Okay.
So you just
So if you would have shown your work,
I did.
then I probably would have given you full credit because I would have seen that number there.
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay? So this is total gnomes.
So do I get a point for that?
You want to know how I
Yeah, I'll
did
give
it?
you a point.
Let's go.
I get a point.
do I get a point? Because I worked just as hard.
Well, you didn't get it right. So you get a point for getting it right. Does this
I didn't know
make
what the
sense,
question
guys?
was.
So the whole gnomes in the forest just gives me a headache.
Yeah.
So get it out of that whole scenario as fast as you can. Give me, because you know how to do these. It's just 5/8 G equals 840. That's a one-step equation that you just have to get rid of the 5/8 and you're done.
Wait, how many points did I get?
You got 2 points.
Winner.
All right, let's try another one. You can still get 5 attack points for this, okay? First one to get it gets 2 points. Everyone else gets 1.
I got like 77 points.
On Monday, 2 4/5 times the acceptable number of rock badgers took refuge in the mountains. Doesn't that give you a headache?
Oh, that's stupid.
What?
So think about this. So let's just start translating into letters. 2 4/5 times the acceptable number of rock badgers took refuge in the mountains.
Why do they have to say rock badger?
Stop it.
Okay?
Acceptable, really?
All right. So if 640 was the acceptable number, how many rock badgers took refuge in the mountains?
Again.
You just do some multiplication.
Yeah, you could start with math, but that's more confusing.
One more
Then
time.
you have to think about the rock badgers.
No,
and the
I'll
stupid
just
number
Read
of-
it again.
What's in between the R and the
One more
600?
time for the
Okay,
people in
I'm
the
going to read it again one more time for the people in the back. All right. So if 2 4/5 times the acceptable number of rock badgers took refuge in the mountains. Okay, so that was 2
Okay, go.
2
Finish.
4/5 times the acceptable number took refuge in the mountains. If 640 was the acceptable number, how many rock badgers took refuge in the mountains?
640. Is that what you said?
640 was the acceptable number. So how many took refuge in the mountains? Do you have an answer? Yeah.
Not everyone hopes something.
People.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, rock badgers equals rock badgers.
Translate, solve. So 2 4/5
Can
times.
you tell me if it's a huge number or not?
It is. 204/5 times the acceptable number took refuge in the mountains. If 640 was the acceptable number,
I got it.
how many took refuge in the mountains?
Oh. I'm so silly. I got it, Mr. Flack. So
All right, I'm
silly.
coming to you.
Let's go. Please be right. I got it wrong, I think. Not even trying yet. Let's go.
Don't show anybody or tell anybody, or I will take away your points.
You gotta calculate it.
Yeah, well, you can get yourself a calculator.
Hey, you want a calculator? You want to borrow a calculator?
This is awesome.
Please.
It's Austin.
Hey, Nathan.
So fat.
Oh, baby, you like my drawing?
Are you gonna get?
I'm doing something wrong.
You went pew pew. Where are there's 2 bucks on the ground?
Okay, I got it. Got it.
Bum up butt.
Good job, bud.
Your handwriting is
No.
insane.
But yeah.
So you did the other thing. You did the
What
same,
is that?
but,
Why?
well, no, you didn't. You did something
It's
else.
way easier.
No, I just wrote it.
No, I know what it is. I
It's
just
fractional, but how
I
do I
just
get
didn't write
from
it right.
zero to a whole number?
I'm gonna drop.
It's
I'm gonna
way
draw on
easier
this
with
grid.
Where are
Mr.
you?
Flack, that's what I meant.
So I have to
What I
apply
did
this
2 and 4
one.
fifths. Let's see, that's 14 fifths. Good job. Oh, not 14. Oh, yeah, 14 fifths. But you're dividing
Austin,
by
did I get
14
it before
fifths.
you?
You flipped the wrong thing.
That's what I meant first time.
Okay, good.
So I got it right first.
You know
So,
what, Ben?
write the
I didn't
equation
have a
first.
calculator.
Yeah,
Henry.
we do not care.
And
Ten.
you only copy that flap in a division problem. You have to see the division problem first.
I'm saying I'm excited for the
So-
new update in Fortnite.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to go home.
Hey, don't pretend like you don't play that, okay? You
I
guys
know,
play it.
No, I know. I do play that.
I do
I
play
don't-
Fortnite.
I don't play
Fortnite with my friends. I'm gonna play some Rocket League also. Guys, get past platinum.
Okay, Austin, did you get it?
No.
You're just not doing it anymore. You don't have time for this
No.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's
imagine
so
having to
confusing.
try to
You got
get
156 points. You don't
points.
have
Imagine
time
having
for
to try to
this.
get points. Like,
Did you get an answer, Michaela?
dude, Austin has a choice to use all the problem sets.
Henry, did you finish?
No.
Okay, I'm going in. Here we go. So I'm going to translate, guys. This is confusing. So I don't want to deal with this. Badgers, whatever. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Listen and watch.
Okay.
This makes it so much easier.
Can I get the restroom?
No, you're going to listen and watch. 2 and 4 fifths times the acceptable number. How do you say 2 and 4 fifths times the acceptable number?
2 and 4 fifths times X.
22 over
Okay.
3.
So in math, 2 and 4 fifths is translated 14 fifths because mixed numbers are dumb in math. So change it. Guys, listen. Times the acceptable number. So I'm going to say n. Okay, that stands for acceptable number. Took refuge. So that's the verb. The verb is usually the equal sign in the mountains. Okay.
Are we seriously still on the Badger question?
So 14 fifths times the acceptable number equals in the mountains. Okay. That's my translation. Now, here's the deal. 640 was the acceptable number. So now that is 640. See what we did there?
Yeah.
So now I go 14 fifths times 640. So we don't have to flip anything. There's no division problem. There's no division problem. That's it.
Okay, GG's, bro.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna reduce here. So that's, let's see, 1, 2, 8. So 14 times 128, that's your answer, which is 17, what is it?
It's 12. Mine is
1792.
Yeah, 1792.
plus 7 divided by equals 5.
Okay, does that make sense, Henry?
Dentry, you got it?
So you ended up dividing something and you don't need to divide anything. Because when you write it like this, you can just solve it like an equation. This is what you're looking for. How many took refuge in the mountains? That's what you're looking for. So it's already by itself. So you just need to clean up this left side. Okay, should we do one more?
Yeah. And make it really hard. Whoever gets it gets like 5 points.
This is not necessarily more difficult, but it could be a little scarier.
No.
Okay, yes, you can go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
bet.
It's gonna give me another headache.
Ready? Translate and solve. When the fog lifted,
Oh,
400 ghosts were spied sculling near outskirts.
bruh, this makes no sense.
Why would you do this?
I give up.
If
Why are
240,
you running?
now you're not going to get it if you're not listening and
Yeah, I couldn't
talking.
hear what you just said at all.
If-
Can you restart?
Okay, I'll restart. 400 ghosts were spied skulking near the outskirts. It doesn't matter. This is the beauty of this. You don't have to understand these words. You just have to translate. How do you translate 400 ghosts were spied skulking near the outskirts? If 240 ghosts were not spied, what fraction of the ghosts were not spied?
Can you repeat it? 2/5.
So here's the first sentence. 400 ghosts were spied during the outskirts.
During the
Or
outskirts?
near the outskirts. Okay. If 240 ghosts were not spied, what fraction of the ghosts were not spied?
Oh.
I got it.
I can't even translate that.
Okay. Well, I can help you with that if you want. Okay. Hold on to that.
Is it right?
I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No. This one's easy.
Okay. Some of you stopped working. Are you not working on it?
I still don't know what to do.
I'm going to read it again. 400 ghosts were spied near the outskirts. 240 ghosts were not spied.
Oh,
What fraction of the ghosts were not spied?
is it actually a fraction? That's the answer.
Oh,
Yeah. You're
I
asking-
missed
you're asking
it.
for a fraction.
Missed it. Dang it. Got too ahead of myself, man. 6.
What? Yeah, I have no idea.
You know, this is kind of hard for me to understand. I need to ask my mommy.
Okay, this is a little bit tougher to translate. You might have to think about this problem a little bit, but we can still attempt to translate it. Okay?
Yeah, I failed my translation.
So I'm moving in. Anyone have an answer?
No.
Am I wrong?
Okay, your first answer was wrong, but I think you figured it out.
I have an answer.
Okay, here we go.
Who's got that later?
So I'm gonna just do this word for word and see what happens. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So 400 ghosts
Oh, wait.
were, right? That's equals, were
Yeah.
spied, okay? So I'm gonna say spied is just my variable S. 400 goats were spied. That equals S.
Oh, I almost got it.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
And then it says 240 ghosts were not spied. So I'm gonna say another variable, N. What'd you get?
Pretty good.
What'd you get?
That's what I got also.
Yeah, that was wrong. Okay, but watch this, guys.
You're both wrong.
And then the next sentence says this. What fraction of the ghosts were not spied? So that's the question we're asking. How do you say what fraction? F, or whatever variable, of the ghosts. Now, how do you say G? That's another variable.
I got it.
We're not spied. Well, we already know what not spied is. What's not spied? 240, right?
Wait, it's not 3/5.
2 and 2/3.
Guys, watch this. Please listen. This is the last sentence. What fraction of the ghosts were not spied? See how that translates? It says 240 were not spied. Okay, so
What's the S?
that's spied. 400 were spied, 240 were not spied. What fraction of the ghosts were not spied? So see how I placed 240 in for not spied? You got the basic idea, Nathan, but watch this.
And then
You can figure out what ghost is. What's ghost?
400.
It's not 400.
Really?
That's what they did.
640.
Yes, 640. Where'd they get 640?
Add all the ghosts.
Yeah, so if 400 were spied and 240 were not spied, that means this is 640. You add them together. So F times 640 equals 240. Now what do?
Now you have to do some dividendation.
Dividendation. So you're going
I
to
did.
divide both sides by 640.
That's what I did, and I got 2 1/3, coach.
5/3.
You divide by 640. Divide by 640. So what you did is you did 640 divided by 240. Okay, so now we just reduce this because we're asking for a fraction. So we just need this reduced. So you can reduce it by that. What else goes into 24 and 64?
8.
8 goes in 3
Oh,
times
and 12.
and 8 times. No, 12 doesn't go into 64.
Goes to 60. All right, can I go to the restroom?
The answer is 3/8. That was a little bit more, took a little bit more thinking.
That was
Okay.
too confusing.
My brain can you
But
turn?
that's about as difficult as it's going to get. It's not going to get any harder than that.
Okay.
All right, that's all I got for today. You guys feel okay about these problems?
Yeah.